Dad hijacked my vacation!
I hadn't even finished planning it, and my own father, from across an ocean, was already on the phone telling me we weren't staying at the place I picked. So here's what happened. My wife and I are taking our 3 daughters back to my home country. Family, food, a beach week. That's it. Simple. I made one mistake. I sent my mom the Airbnb listing just to get her thoughts. One message. That's all it took. I came home from a long day at work, and my dad, who wasn't even invited into the planning, was waiting to tell me we weren't staying there, that it was dangerous, and that he'd already talked to my brother about booking somewhere else entirely. No conversation, no heads up, just done. I called my mom and brother, and they said the place was too far from some tourist attraction, and they liked the other property better. They also said they'd pay for it as a gift. I told them this was never about money. Then my wife and I mentioned we might invite a couple of her family members, and that's when the excuses started piling up. Not enough room, transportation issues, sleeping arrangements, on and on. It became pretty obvious fast. They just didn't want her family there. My wife had been trying to include everyone. She was hurt. I was furious. But we swallowed it and agreed to stay at their preferred property to keep the peace. Then my brother texted saying the price had gone up and they didn't want to book it anymore. Back to square one. And the second I mentioned my wife's sister might be able to join us for a few days, the exact same objections came right back. I lost it. I canceled the whole beach trip on the spot. Then my dad called me screaming, because apparently my mom told him we weren't speaking, and accused me of causing my brother to drop out of university. Said I hated my brother and insisted the beach trip had been his gift to us the whole time. A gift he invented the moment I asked my mom for an opinion on an Airbnb. He actually said, word for word, that my wife's family isn't his family, and I told him this was supposed to be my vacation, not something he gets to control. Now my parents think I'm ungrateful. I think they crossed a line they can't uncross. Tell me I'm not crazy.
Dad hijacked my vacation!